Any first impressions?
Yeah, you know, sloppy, too many drops. We got to clean that up. Quarterback's got to make, you know, some better decisions in terms of some of those interceptions. You got to throw the ball away and learn to not take a sack. But you got to practice this way. You only get a certain amount of times where you can go full scrimmage. So got to take advantage of it. It was good with the officials here. A little sloppy, some hand things in the offensive line. But those are all things we get the tape. Got to clean it up. Really impressed with the defense, how they flew around and made plays and running to the ball and playing with a little bit of energy. And the offense has got to respond when those guys will start to play that way, because they both got the same amount of time, same amount of practicing. So there's no excuses for where we are offensively. But I'm really happy where we are defensively right now. So.
I know it can't be an excuse, but do you think the cold affected him at all?
No,
Some of the drops?
we don't do that. If it's cold drops, then go somewhere else, because we're going to play outside. So, you know, we don't use that as an excuse. We're bigger. We got to be bigger than the weather. We got to be bigger than any of that other stuff. And if you're using that as an excuse, or you're trying to rationalize your performance, then we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. So we got to catch the ball. We got to do a better job of that.
Kicking game looked like the field goal kickers were really good.
Yeah, they were. You know, again, I think some protection things. It looked like those balls were up, but I think a little bit of protection issues. And we're mixing and matching up there, just trying to make sure we get the right combination. And we'll look at it. It's good that we finally get to do some live special teams work. And that's what it's all about. Go see the film, we get inside, and then we got to coach off of that.
Defensive players impress you in particular?
Yeah, get till I watch the tape, John. I'm just trying to make sure we get the situations. But I know, you know, Michael Clay stood out today. Obviously, Dion Jordan really generated a huge pass rush today. Josh Kadu looked like he was all over the place, and obviously, I think those guys on the defensive line did a great job, because we couldn't move the ball very well. So that means that Killer Kipe and Hart and Ricky and Mooley were doing a good job. But I'll know more when we get in and watch the film. Yeah, and it really it's not. It's just trying to get him more reps. So, you know, I don't. John got him work I think at corner and safety, but Avery's a young guy. We lost a couple guys in the secondary, in Marvin and Javis, and then Talmadge, so we got to see who's going to step up, and it was good to see Avery step up, but I think some of those other guys step up and made plays too. So
Kiko made some plays early. What's his progress been?
Kiko's really come along, you know, from where he was. He missed all last season with the ACL. Actually missed all last spring and last fall. You know, and that's a huge void for us, losing Spence and losing Casey and Bryson Littlejohn. So that, you know, Michael Clay's really the only kid that's played inside, but Kiko's starting to come along. He's got a real good grasp of what we're doing. He's a real intelligent football player, and he's exactly what you want. I mean, he's 6'4", he's 237 pounds, and can run. He's a physical player, so it's good to see him back out there, and it really looks like he's got no ill effects from the injury. So. He ran an interception back for a touchdown, so that jumped out a little bit. But Michael's always all over the field, and the one thing that Michael does a great job is getting everybody else lined up. Got a real good mind on his, real good mind for the game. You know, played as a true freshman for us, and what always seems like when we need a key play, he comes up with it.
Can you talk about your safeties and kind of the stability you have coming back with for yet?
Yeah, no, Eddie didn't scrimmage today, but you know, we got some veterans back there, and that's a positive. We got to break in a corner, but I think anytime you get some veterans back there, there's a lot of experience back there. You know, John and Eddie were both forced into play 2 years ago when TJ went down early in the season, and they got a lot of reps, you know, 2 years ago. But they obviously benefit from that, because you can't manufacture experience. So.